Church. So for those of you that don't know us, I'm Jay, this is Gemma, and we have 3 children, Brooklyn, Faith and Josiah. And Josiah recently, just after his first birthday, started to have a few spells of sickness, and he was hospitalized for a few days, and it wasn't such a great time. When he started to get a bit better, he had his U6 that was due, and Gemma took him for his appointment, and things didn't end that day the way we expected.
So yeah, after he started feeling a little bit better after the sicknesses that he'd had, I just went to get an all clear from the doctor. He had his injections, and the last thing she did is she checked his vision. And she said straight away that she noticed there was an issue with the vision in his left eye. She said there was no reflection coming back when she shone the light. And she immediately referred us to the eye specialist. So we went straight along to the eye specialist. He confirmed what the doctor had said. He said that perhaps his brain had shut vision off to that eye, and he referred us on then to a specialist in the hospitals, where he explained Josiah would need a lot of treatment. He'd need to wear glasses to help get the vision back, and he'd need a lot of tests and things doing. And yeah, it was really disheartening and quite upsetting, because he'd had these, sicknesses for such a while, and to then be told that now there was another problem, there was something else that we had to now face with him. It was really tough to hear. So I came home, and at that point I just prayed out to God. I just said, look, please just don't allow this to happen. I just had enough. I was tired myself. And I just asked him that when we went for our appointment, that the doctors would have made a mistake. There'd be nothing wrong with his vision. And I really just held on to that. And that was what helped get us through the next few weeks. Anytime I looked at Josiah and I was reminded of it, I just kept telling myself, like, God has got this. And I didn't even really pray and ask again. I just kept saying, like, God is dealing with this. And I knew that our families were also praying and supporting. Our small groups were also. And yeah, we just had to get through the few weeks, and that led us up until Tuesday, where we went for the appointment at the hospital.
I mean, before going to the hospital appointment, there was all the little times where you'd kind of cover up one eye and kind of move around and see if he would follow your finger or a toy. And he seemed to be responding fine. And knowing that we had prayed, our family was praying, we went to the hospital appointment kind of thinking, well, do we really need to go? As you do, lost the insurance card on the morning of the appointment. So spent some time trying to find that, and finally got to the hospital, and the first doctor checked his eyes. She looked in his eyes. She did something similar to the kinderarzt, where she shone the light in his eyes and saw no problem. She then checked the pressure on his eyes and again saw no problem. The final thing she wanted to do, just to be sure, was to have one of her colleagues, a professor in the hospital, come and check his eyes as well. He came round and he also found no problem. He said that Josiah had +1 vision in both eyes. God was faithful. He heard the prayers, and he looked out for us and for Josiah.
Yeah, I was just amazed. I came out and I was so thankful. I just praised God, and he really did intervene. And to go from two separate doctors saying, yeah, there's an issue he has, and to two separate doctors again saying no, there's no issue, there's no problem. It really is just a miracle. And I've really seen now firsthand of how confidently praying for something and just claiming it and holding it and not worrying about it, and just knowing that God is working and God really has worked, and Josiah is happy, he's healthy, and yeah, we're just really grateful for how he's healed him for us. And also to our family and friends who I know who've prayed for us and over the last few months when Josiah's been sick. So yeah, we just wanted to share with you the excitement of how God has worked in our lives, and yeah, we're really grateful for that.